Hello, peace out. Hello. It is that time again. Welcome to the Boss Queen Morning Show. Super excited to be here. I hope you may have a cup of coffee if you're joining us, or a cup of tea. This is your show for all things manifestation, money mindset, and marketing, so that you can, of course, create your own kingdom according to your own rules, because we are no longer available for having anything less than having it all, and of course on your own terms. So that is us for today. Super excited to come to you on a Friday. Now make a mental note, don't do this straight after a workout, okay? Because you are a little bit hot and flustered after a workout. So I'm going to make a mental note to do that, not to go to the gym and then come straight on here. But that's cool. That's on that's the news on my end. Apart from that, super excited to obviously come to you today. I want to do a very quick little chat to you around the topic of being a workaholic. Okay, now it is Friday. And so sometimes we have the tendency to feel like we have to keep doing in order to create more, call into reality more, receive more, but that is not the truth. So my message to you is the following, and I'm sharing this because guess what? That was my message. Check this out. Take a break, okay? Take a break. So the thing is, and I am the worst, I definitely known to be a workaholic. And I mean, we could talk about being a workaholic full stop. I mean, is it really called a workaholic if you love doing your soul work? If you love doing your soul work, because I love doing my work. I love this. This is not work. I love speaking to people. I genuinely love, helping people. I genuinely love speaking. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I love to talk a lot, and I always say I have the gift of the gab, and I can talk a lot of shit, but I also know my shit. Okay, so that to that, but it's not work, is it then? But at the same time, I believe that in this traditional workaholic, we have this undermining belief and thought that we have to do more in order to receive more. Keep doing more so that you can receive more, and so that is kind of like a bit of a mind fuck. And that is, I believe, a little bit of perhaps trying to control the process. Maybe it's also because part of you is attached to the struggle. There's a part of you maybe that is attached to the struggle story. So we kind of think like we have to keep doing and working, because if we don't do and, strive, then what the fuck are we going to do? Have you thought about that? Like, what is your identity when you are not working and striving? What is your identity then? Because I know part of me didn't know that. Part of me was like, oh, I'm so used to working hard. I'm so used to always doing more, striving more, working harder, performing more. Then I thought, well, hang on a minute. Who am I being when I'm not actually doing anything? And then I realized, okay, we've got a point here. So definitely took note of that. And I think the biggest thing is that, that at the end of the day, you got to think of it as like two different pair of shoes. Like, you don't have to do more in order to make more money, okay? Yet, of course, at the end of the day, the more who creates the most content and sells the most makes the most money, okay? But, you also need to have a break. So this is the little message that I want to share with you. Take a break. Give yourself an opportunity to recalibrate, to recharge, and so that you can receive. Because it is all good being an A-type personality. It is all good. I love how I'm like super sitting in my little comfortable seat, right? This is getting better and better because, I'm new in my place, and I'm kind of checking out the lights and the positioning. And this is like going to be the soul, soul truth couch, or maybe, I don't know, soul conversation, the couch from where the soul conversations come. I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, so take a moment to recalibrate, to recharge, and to receive. Because the thing is, yes, remember, there's nothing you ever have to do in order to receive, because at the end of the day, receiving is your natural state, and you are born worthy, and you are born whole, and you are born wealthy already. Okay, so let me reframe that and repeat that. You are born whole, you are born worthy, and you're already born wealthy. Okay, there is nothing you ever have to do in order to prove your worth. And I think that a lot of it, from being the ultimate workaholic, comes from trying to prove myself, thinking that I needed to achieve a certain impact, influence, income in order to feel worthy. So let's scratch that record completely, because that is old. I mean, this is so old story. Can we move away from that for a moment and actually delete this story across all times, dimensions, and realities? Hello, you do not need to prove yourself anymore. It's your birthright to be successful. You have the infinite power in the inherent potential, the infinite potential to create anything you desire. You have all the power. Okay, if you just own who you are and claim that success is your birthright. Okay, so there's nothing you ever have to do in order to actually receive. The only thing you have to do in order to receive is actually press pause, because it's like energy and masculine energy. Masculine and feminine energy, right? The masculine is about the doing. Okay, and we know how to do, man. We know how to work. We know how to strive. We know how to sacrifice. Come on, really? We know that. Hey, girlfriend, right? And you agree, Mandy? We know we have a strong, the typical female badass hustler, soul queen, rebel, rule breaker, visionary, creative, all these people, those badass female hustler entrepreneurs. We know how to do. We know how to strive. We know how to sacrifice. Okay, that's a good little rhyme. But if we're constantly doing, we cannot do this. We cannot open your hands for the universe to receive, to send you. So you actually got to stop. And your female is about the receiving, the nurturing, the self-care, the being, the allowing, the receiving, the opening your arms to be the vessel to receive with ease and grace, right? And to pause. And that's why I said, take a moment this weekend to recalibrate, to recharge, so that you can open your arms and receive. Okay, that is my message for all the workaholics. Because again, please, and I'll say it one more time, stop thinking, we have this good girl kind of syndrome where we think if we just tick off all the things off the box, and we have a to-do list that is longer than, I don't know, your children's Christmas list for Santa Claus, if you have children, or your own. We have to-do lists as long as our soul's desires, yes? But success is not linear. Success is not about ticking off all the things and then go, okay, well, I've been a good girl. I ticked off all the things on my list, so let's go. Clients come knocking, credit cards, come on, let's be swiped, okay? Metaphorically speaking, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. Stop thinking you need to do anything in order to actually prove yourself. So again, remember, we can pack that story away, and what we can do is we go back into soul's work. You are only here to do your soul's work. Hey, babe, you're only here to do your soul's work. And I guess, right, so moving away from taking a break, moving away so we can, channel the energy to make sure that we have a beautiful balance. Here is one more thing. How do you know then if you're again, striving too much, thinking, or whether it's all soul inspired? Because that is actually, it's a bit of an art if you ask me, but I believe it's knowing, are you acting out of love because your soul really, really wants to? Or are you feeling like you have to do it and it's actually fear-based because you think oh, well, in order to be successful, I gotta do this, I gotta, share my message, I gotta write a blog, I gotta, promote my programs, I gotta promote my freebie, I gotta be on to lead gen, I gotta be on to visibility, well, I gotta be selling all day, and I gotta be, well, if that is the energy behind it, then that's not coming from the right space anyway. And then you're going back into good girl behavior. And then you're going like, well, if I just tick off all the things on my list, well, then I got to be good enough to receive what I desire. Well, I'm sorry to say that's not how it works, okay? Actually, tune into here. I mean, we talk about aligned massive action. We talk about soul-inspired action. And you can tell, you can see. I mean, I'm doing this because I genuinely love speaking. You're welcome. Thank you, my love. I genuinely love speaking. And I had this, call it epiphany, call it like, you know, when you kind of go, at the end of the day, if you had all the money in the world and you didn't have to worry about making money from your art and from your craft and from your talents and your gifts and your soul's mission, right? If you knew, right? Yeah, good girl behavior is a good one, right? If you knew that without fail, you could not fail, like if you had all the money in the world, what would you be doing? And for me, like I love to speak. And that's why I decided I'm just going to focus on speaking. You know, like, yes, I'm going to write as well, but I'm going to speak. I'm going to do the morning show every day, especially during the week. Maybe on the weekend, we'll go with the flow because remember, we're not about the hard rules because rules are meant to be broken, right? But I'm going to speak. I'm going to do the morning show. I'm going to do my podcast. I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak. Yes, I love writing and writing is cool. And for other people, it's different things and that's all up to you. But again, I'm not doing it because like, oh, well, you know, if I don't do this, well, then I am doomed and I'm going to fail and I'm never going to make money. Well, no. You just need to tune in and go, well, what are you doing? Because out of love, what are you doing? Because really this is how you get inspired. This gives you energy. I mean, you can tell I'm not sitting here with a script. I'm not sitting here going, oh, well, you know, the marketing god said you should do Facebook Lives. And the best topic is, in order to make money and draw the people in, you're going to talk about this. And I mean, sometimes they come with like, oh, I'll give you 3 tips on or whatever, and I'll have a download. But I mean, this is like the epitome, the perfect example of doing my soul's work, right? These are the cards that I pulled this morning myself. Okay, I love these cards, by the way. And this card said, right, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And I was like, oh yeah, I know. This is the reminder again from the universe because here I am. I've got all these exciting, projects on the go, and there's all these things I want to do. And yes, I love to work, but it is not about working all the time because this is just good girl behavior. It is thinking that, oh, well, you know what, if I'm really good, if I'm being a really good girl and I do lots and lots and lots of things, right? Well, then I'm definitely going to make the money. Then I'm definitely going to, oh, well, don't do that. Why is someone ringing me when I'm doing an Instagram live? Terrible. I need to turn it off. Anyway, so remember, it is not about that. It is about soul-inspired action. So remember, do recap and then we'll wrap it up because remember, the morning show is about keeping it short and sharp to the point. So remember, take a moment to recalibrate, to recharge so that you can receive. Because at the end of the day, doing and receiving is super, super important. Masculine, feminine energy. Stop the good girl behavior. Give yourself an opportunity to receive. Secondly, tune into knowing, right? What are you doing out of love and what are you doing out of fear? Fear as in you kind of think it's like force. That's what you have to do. Because at the end of the day, I cannot stress this enough. You are born worthy. You are born whole. You are born wealthy. There is nothing ever, and I say this again, there is nothing ever you have to do. I can definitely do that. There is nothing ever you have to do in order to prove your worth, in order to feel, like you deserve to be successful. There's nothing you ever have to do. It's a different pair of shoe. One shoe is, and I love talking about this, there is one shoe that, it's like two, hang on. Oh, hang on one second. This is the phone ring. Hang on one second. I'm in the middle of work, actually. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. You come back later, Debbie. This is why they call. Okay, perfect. We're going to do this anyway. Literally, that's why the phone call came in. Okay, anyway, go back. So, 2 pair of shoes. Two different shoes, same pair. Go on the, one pair, two shoes, very quickly. Number one is the one that obviously there's nothing you ever have to do. Receiving is your natural state. You are born worthy, wealthy, and whole, and it is your birthright to receive all that you desire. Secondly, we're still going to keep doing though. We're going to do stuff. And that is your soul-inspired action. That is the do, okay? So both kind of fit together perfectly, okay? But there's nothing you ever have to do. But at the same time, you're here to serve your purpose. So I hope that makes sense. I see you so clearly right now. How did you shift from steps to flow? Good question. Very good question. So how do I shift? I think for me, it is about deciding what is for me there's like a handful of things I feel I need to do, I want to do, I need to get done in order for me to actually deepen my connection to purpose and serve my soul's purpose. My soul's mission is to inspire the world and help people, give them their voice, to express themselves, to step into the truth, to shine their light, and to live a life of freedom, joy, and love, okay? And prosperity and abundance and all that cool shit. But that is my mission is here to help you, express yourself to the fullest, to speak your truth, to shine your light, and to make sure that you no longer struggle and live a life of, soul success and on your own terms, of course. So I think for me, it is about deciding, what is the thing every day that gets me to do my soul work? And for me, it is about deciding what are my 5 things, and I happily share them with you. And everything else is like an icing on the cake. But at the same time, even with my 5 daily things, it's like I allow for flow. So my 5 things are meditation, of course, okay? Meditate every day just to ground, to connect, to connect to source, to connect to my spirit crew so we can have a bit of a dialogue going on. I did download whatever is my message, what I need to focus on, whatever is meant for me, what is ever meant to you. I do my mindset and my money work, okay? And that is like, I put them in one. But mindset, my writing, my visualization, my affirmations, my tuning into my fears, whatever's going on, so I can clear, and delete, clear, and delete, so I can freely be a vessel of full expression and receiving, and in flow, because it actually really aligns me and gets me feel super amazing. I do my money work, and then I do my message. What am I here to share with you today? And also my marketing, okay? And I like to move my body. Perfect. So that's it. So define for you what is like your ultimate like non-negotiable, where you're living your life on purpose, where you're actually doing the thing that is meant for you, but it doesn't become like a chore. It doesn't become something you have to do. You just know because it's going to make you feel great. And remember, it's like, what do you desire as a feeling? Like, how do you want to feel at the end of the day? Because at the end of the day, there's nothing more beautiful than waking up with an intention and going to bed with ultimate satisfaction. And it doesn't mean it's like, oh my God, but I have to do all these things. It's about you tuning in what feels good, so you can create this feeling of, okay, I feel really totally aligned to feel, to me, to my soul. I feel so good. Is that helpful? And on that note, my beautiful friends, this is the Boss Queen Morning Show, your place for all things manifestation, money mindset, and marketing in order for you to create your own queendom on your own terms, because it is your time to have it all, because you know already that you are no longer available than anything for anything less than having it all. Looking forward to have some more feedback, some love. Thank you. Feel free to share this. And remember, this weekend, take an opportunity to recalibrate, to recharge, and to receive. And I'm looking forward to come in again at the next Boss Queen Morning Show. Mwah, mwah, mwah.